What's going on, guys? It's Sorny here. If you guys are watching this video on my old Gunslinger channel, please head on over to my new Sorny channel and subscribe there. I'd really appreciate it, as this Gunslinger account is basically not active anymore. I'm going to still try to support some of the comments that people are making on the older videos, but going forward, all my new videos will be uploaded to my new channel, which will be posted in the description. So getting started in this video, if you've clicked here and you've come to this video for support for the PlayStation 5, I'm going to show you what proper settings you need to have on your PS5 to make sure that you are getting your actual 4K 60. Not only are you going to have your 4K 60 pushed through your PlayStation to your whatever you're using to watch your game or play your game on, like your monitor or your TV or something like that, but I'm also gonna, on the second half of this video, show you guys what settings you need to have in your Elgato Capture utility so that you are actually getting the proper resolution, because I was having some issues where it was I wasn't getting the 4K pass through the Elgato MK.2. So hopefully this video helps you guys, because I know I was stuck for a couple days and I had to figure this out. So basically you're gonna come to your PS5 and you're gonna go to your settings, and the first setting you're gonna make sure that you have set is you're gonna go to, where is it, system, and you're gonna click HDMI, and you're gonna make sure that you disable HDCP. Make sure that this is disabled. Then you're gonna go to your screen and video, and you're gonna make sure that all this information is correct. It should say like you should have the 4K option, assuming that your monitor or your TV is a 4K monitor. Then you should be able to see the absolute top resolutions. The 4K transfer rate you can always set to automatic. If you have an older, I think, HDMI cable, you might want to set these to a little bit lower, but I leave it at automatic. And I'm running older cables, so I mean the 4K transfer is no problem. If you are looking to stream 4K at 120 frames per second, you're going to need HDMI 2.1 support. You're going to need a monitor that supports HDMI 2.1. Also, you're going to need cables that are HDMI 2.1 to achieve the actual 4K 120 frames per second. I mean, that's down the road, so you don't have to worry about that too much these days. If your monitor supports HDR, make sure you turn this on. If it doesn't, make sure you turn it off, because if you enable HDR without an HDR monitor, chances are it won't let you. But if it does, because the Elgato MK2 does support HDR, it will kind of like mess up your colors and everything will look kind of like wrong. It's kind of hard to explain. I could maybe turn it on and then show you guys. Okay, so I'll turn it on here and see what happens. So right now my monitor doesn't support HDR, but my Elgato does. So because I have the ability to turn it on, because the Elgato is kind of like saying, yeah, okay, you can do that. But now when I go to my my screen, everything kind of looks like washed out and kind of faded, because it's trying to give me HDR when my monitor doesn't support it. So I'm gonna go back and turn that off, and you're gonna see the difference here. So HDR off. Okay, so now it will, everything, now I'll go back and everything will actually look a lot better. Now everything looks like it should. Alright, so that should be it. Let me just double check one more setting. Everything else can just be automatic and recommended. So other than that, that should be it for the PlayStation side. Now I'm going to switch over to my Elgato 4K software, and I'm going to go into the settings. I'm going to show you what settings you guys need to have set so that it works. Okay, I'll be right back. Hang on. Alright guys, here we are inside the Elgato 4K 60 suite. And a couple things you want to check. You want to make sure that your source is still at 4K 60, so 2160p 59 is basically what you want to be seeing. If you don't see that and it says like 1080 60 or something, and you're kind of pulling your hair out because you are expecting to have 4K pass through your Elgato capture card, you're going to want to click your settings button. And one thing you need to make sure that is this is set to bypass same as input. That is the key right there. That is what was causing me all sorts of headaches. For some reason, mine was not set to that. And once I switched it to that, then we were fine. Everything went back to normal. Just make sure that you have everything else set properly. So let's go back. Okay, so device capture, obviously your 4K 60 MK.2. Newest firmware, obviously. Video input is 4K 60, and again, HDMI color range, you want to make sure that this is on bypass. Oh, sorry, and also make sure that your input ED-ID is merged, and your ED-ID internal is default. So basically just copy the settings that I'm showing you here. That's the most important thing. Some of these were different and it was causing issues, but make sure that these are all the settings that you have. And then obviously under your recording, you can set this to whatever you want. See, it says here enable HD recording. So I'm wondering if I uncheck this, it probably would fix that other issue I was explaining earlier on the other side inside the PlayStation about the monitor not supporting HDR and having to like turn it on and off to make it look right or whatever. So I mean, you could maybe fiddle with that, but other than that, that's pretty much it. That should get you where you want to be and have your 4K 60 pass through your Elgato and your computer and whatnot. So that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please consider hitting that subscribe button, and feel free to hit up my Twitch channel, SornyTTV on Twitch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.